I'm standing down at Wellington Place looking up at the New Vic Theatre and the Belfast Europa, and standing down in front of Inst school and looking across at the statue of this guy here. This guy in Belfast is known as the Black Man. Henry Cooke. And the statue of Henry Cooke is one of the best known statues, meeting places in the whole of Belfast, and yet very, very few people know anything about the man. Who was he? Why is he called the Black Man? People would be pushed, most people would be pushed to know. He called the Black Man to begin with. Well, most people look at the statue and see he's quite dark, but actually this is green copper. He's not black at all. But he was a leading Presbyterian of his day, and Presbyterians got the nickname of being black men. Why? Because many of them way in the 1700s lived on subsistence diets, and they ate blackberries, and therefore their mouths were black. They got the nickname black men. Presbyterians. So who was Henry Cooke? He lived from 1788 through to 1868, and he was the leading Irish Presbyterian of his generation. In fact, he galvanised Presbyterianism and unified Presbyterianism whenever it was divided. On one side there was the Unitarian faction, and on the other side there was the faction that was leaning towards Rome in Presbyterianism. They were the Arianism, and Cooke adopted an extremely orthodox, fundamental Presbyterian approach, and he was a fantastic preacher. He was a huge disciplinarian. He was the Ian Paisley of his day, if you'd like to put it that way. And he brought Presbyterianism into the fold of unqualified adherence to the Westminster Confession of Faith. And if you didn't stand by that, then you left Presbyterianism, and then he did. Cooke was a remarkable preacher, a remarkable theologian, and he did a power of learning after he left school. He had almost a photographic memory, which was a huge help, and he was a brilliant orator, and in debates he beat people all around him. As well as theology, he added chemistry, geology, anatomy, medicine, metaphysics, etc., to his belt of educational qualifications. And it's safe to say that without him and his leadership and his dynamism, Presbyterianism would look very, very different today if it existed at all. Many people suggest that this statue by S.F. Lynn, put up here in 1875, many people suggest that Cooke is actually up there as a sort of sarcastic sneer, a final sarcastic sneer at the academical institution in behind him, because it was seen as liberal, Unitarian, and Cooke was facing the other way, defiantly. I was up at his grave. His grave is in Balmoral Cemetery on Stockman's Lane, and it's easy to find, it's massive. Henry Cooke, Presbyterian, reformer, advocate, and unifier. And another interesting thing about Cooke was, and there we are, ordained in Dunane 1808, installed in Donegall 1811, Killaloe 1818, and Belfast 1829. Another interesting fact about Cooke was that even though he's on many, many orange banners and black men banners today, he was none of this. He was neither of them. He was not an orange man, and he was not a black man. He was a strict disciplinarian type Presbyterian. Henry Cooke D D, LLD, born 1789, died 1868. The Black Man.